What's cute and fuzzy and educational? This gun in my hand. Winter has come to Parabellum City. The grass in Gristle Park is free of snow, but it's not free of crime. Falk Zildjian, inescapable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun, ties the hands of a purse-snatcher, preparing to turn him over to the police.
Come on, I wasn't doing nothing.
I saw you pull the purse off the lady's shoulder and run with it.
No, see, the shoulder strap on her purse was like tight on her neck. Looked like she was choking somehow. I just pulled it loose so she could breathe.
Then why did you run?
I'm humble. After I help somebody, I like to be far away when they're saying, "Who was that masked man?" I didn't have time to thank him.
Which brings up the next question. Why are you wearing a mask?
What, are you new here? It's Parabellum City. The weird people are the ones that don't wear masks like you. Anyway, it's about time I ask some questions. Who are you? What gives you the right to tie me up?
I can answer that.
Geez, little girl, don't sneak up on people like that. You scared the bunk out of me.
That man you're talking to is Falk Zildjian, inescapable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun. Can you say Falk? On second thought, let's not try to say that. Can you say semi-automatic? I knew you could.
I didn't say anything.
And because he carries a gun, that makes him the good guy of his story, so he's qualified to identify and arrest bad guys.
It's not quite that easy, but...
Even kill them.
Hey, I was winning him over before you came along. Who do you think you are?
I'm Dana the Explaina. When someone asks a question, or when they just seem unsure about something, I tell them what they need to know because I like being helpful.
Thanks, kid, but you don't...
Oh, look! Here come some of my friends.
Excuse me, why is this man tied up? That's not very friendly.
Citizen's arrest of a purse snatcher.
He's lying. He's given me the shakedown because I lost at the dog track.
There's no dog track within 200 miles of Parabellum City. Hey, get off me! What kind of crime fighter are you supposed to be?
Kermit the Spy here. I can't tell you about my work for the OSS or arranging a coup in Iran. What I can tell you about is my other friends here on Sesame Highway. This tall, huggable, yellow-feathered guy behind me is Bagbird.
Hi, Kermit. I have the money. Where are the coup leaders I'm supposed to deliver it to?
Later, Bird. You really got to work on your OPSEC. On my left is the Viscount.
Don't tell me. He teaches counting lessons in a way that's fun for kids.
No, he never really gets to the counting part.
Why did I go into show business? Why? Why didn't I become a pipe fitter like my father before me?
So he had to find somebody else to do counting lessons. May I introduce the Hungarian noblewoman, Countess Elizabeth Mathery.
How many gallons does it take to fill my bathtub? 1, 2, 3, 4...
And this other wild furry creature is the drummer in our band, Marsupial, percussionist at the Gates of Chaos. What's with all these odd ducks crawling out of the woodwork?
If you're asking why me and my friends are here, that's because...
Come on, boys, we're just in time to stop this kidnapping.
That's right, he's kidnapping me. Say, I recognize your voice from the radio. You and those other guys must be Perry and the Tyrants, and your arch enemy, Tiger Man. I always wondered why you call it Perry and the Tyrants when there's no tyrants on the show, just smugglers along the coast of China.
The syndicate said tyrants were popular. They came up with the title first and then hired us, but they weren't too particular about filling in the backstory.
The comic strip was a lot better.
Hey, what gives? Who's the chippy?
I'm Dana the Explaina. It's not a kidnapping, Perry. That man is a purse snatcher, and the man who tied him up is Falk Zildjian, inescapable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun.
I'm so glad to find you in my neighborhood today. You know, it just so happens I was also looking for some people who were kidnapped.
Hi, Buck. Let me introduce you to these new friends I met in the park. Falk Zildjian and his captive. Meet the folks from Captain Rogers' neighborhood. With him are Wilma Deering.
Hi.
And those are the Tiger Men of Mars.
What's up? How you doing?
But where are Tweaky and Dr. Hewer?
They were captured by some marauders from the Kingdom of Make-Believe. That's what some people call the ruins of old Chicago. Now maybe you can tell me, Dana, why is this Hawk fella holding the other one captive?
Not Hawk. His name is Falk Zildjian, inescapable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun. He's holding this other guy,
Ed.
because Ed stole someone's purse. Falk feels that carrying a gun gives him the right to fight crime and make citizens' arrests, although there's nothing in particular to distinguish him from the other vigilantes that he arbitrarily labels bad guys.
Now hold on.
I like that. Welcome to the neighborhood of vigilanteism.
Hey, Reba the Redundant. What about that young lady standing in the back of the crowd? The one with orange hair and a page boy haircut. What's wrong with her eyes?
That's little orphan Ain. She has no pupils, but somehow she can still see. It is not pronounced Ain, it is Ein. All of you seem to be wasting your time and manhood in pursuit of absurd goals such as justice or knowledge. You seem focused on the collective good of your society. This will accomplish nothing but weakening yourselves and your society. You must work for your own prosperity. When every man works for his own personal prosperity, the human race is objectively better for it. Didn't you have a dog named Sandy that followed you everywhere? Sandy was a burden who could not keep up with me, so I left her behind.
You abandoned your dog?
No, she's at home with Daddy Vorbred. Leaping lizards, why must I explain everything to you? Explaining is my job.
It was nice to meet you all. I'd like to get back to my job and hand this guy over to the police.
Mr. Zildjian, you say this is your job. Does the city pay you for it?
No, I do it because it needs to be done. In fact, I spend a lot of my own money getting it done.
This is not rational. You should find a benefactor who will pay for your service, or invent some new product or service that others will find valuable. Looks like I need to explain the ownership of the means of production again, and maybe the labor theory of value. In Volume 3 of Das Kapital, Marx says that capitalists...
Oh, look at the time. We gotta scram.
Let me tell you what it was like living under Stalin, little girl.
Time for us to go, Bertie.
It's been very nice meeting all of you.
Geez, even the tiger men from Mars are hightailing it out of here. Say, girlie, what's your name again? Liza the Patronizer?
I'm Dana the Explaina.
Sure. What brought you and all your weird-type friends to the park today? I haven't seen you around before.
The Magnum Radio Network is deciding which kids' shows to pick up next season, and which of their current kids' shows to drop. We've been making our pitches to radio execs all day long, and now we're taking a lunch break in the park. There sure is a lot of cigar smoke in the Magnum Radio building.
Thanks for all your help, or what you seem to think was help, but I'm leaving now with this criminal.
It's no use, Mr. Zildjian. They're not going to be able to arrest him.
Sure they will. I got the lady's name and her purse. She'll pick him out of a lineup and testify against him.
I don't mean to brag, Mr. Zildjian, but in order to explain everything, I have to know everything. And I know who that purse-snatcher really is. Here, I'll take off his mask. He's actually... Marsupial, the wild and crazy drummer from Sesame Highway.
How can he be standing over there next to Kermit and Bagbird, and also standing next to me with his hands tied? Is it twins or Coens?
He's not just wild and crazy. Marsupial is an avatar of chaos. He can be at two places at the same time, or infinite places. For example, he can be standing next to you and next to Kermit, and he can also be way over there on the other side of the park.
What on earth?
And now he can eliminate the duplicates and appear in only one place, on the other side of the park.
He's gone. I mean, the one I tied up is gone.
It's okay, Mr. Zildjian. Marsupial just plays harmless pranks. Can you see what's in that purse right now?
It's filled with cash.
Look again. Now what do you see?
Rattlesnakes!
This gun in my hand is brought to you today by the letter Drama 1310 AM, WPBC, is proud and terrified to bring you Magnum Radio Network's beloved children's show, Sesame Highway.
Sun shines, melon rinds. Oh, where can I find Sesame Highway? Don't get lost. Turn your head and cough. You'll be dying to get off Sesame Highway. End of times, forgotten rhymes. Oh, where is my mind? Sesame Highway. No matter what the cost, you'll be dying to get off
Sesame Highway.
Can You Say Falk? Episode 45 of This Gun in My Hand was finger painted by Rob Northrup. This episode and all others are available on YouTube with automatically generated closed captions of dialogue. Visit thisguninmyhand.blogspot.com for credits, show notes, information on how to subscribe, and to buy my books. Can you say Little Heist in the Big Woods and Other Revisionist Atrocities? Well, keep trying, okay? What's delightful for children of all ages? This Gun in My Hand. I mean the radio show, not an actual gun.